Hi everyone, I'm at a CILIP Wales Conference and I'm doing a vlog. I've not done a conference vlog in ages. I've not been to a conference in ages, but I wasn't necessarily intending to vlog at this conference, but I'm here for 2 days. I have been invited to deliver a keynote tomorrow on imposter syndrome, which I'm really looking forward to. And we've just finished day one of the conference. So I'm in Aberystwyth. You might be able to hear the sea in the background. I've got my window open. I'm finding it really calming to be by the sea and hear the ebbs and flows of the waves. It's beautiful, and it helped me sleep last night as well, actually. But I just felt really compelled to vlog, actually, because I wanted to have some sort of record of why I'm really loving this conference, and I wanted to kind of share that and also think about what that is teaching me about conferences, events, and how I can help facilitate spaces that are like this experience, and also how I can be to support that when I'm attending things as well. So the conference theme is resilience, which is different to most library conferences that I've been to. It's the CILIP Wales Conference, if I haven't already said that. And for those of you who don't know, CILIP is kind of like that library association, and so CILIP Wales is the Welsh arm of that organisation. So it's coordinated by some paid staff, just a small number of paid staff. I think it's just one, a full-time paid staff, and then a group of volunteer committee. And they organise the conference and also organise local events and things like that. And I've been to this conference in 2012 when they had the theme on leadership, and it was a great conference, really, really good, really enjoyed it. Quite pivotal in my journey, actually. Just the timing was really right. But as a general rule, most of the library conferences that I tend to have attended in the past have been themed around newer technologies or something that's happening in society at the time, in terms of a new development, or in response to something that is either an opportunity or a threat, or all sorts of different topics. But this one feels different, and I don't know if it's just that I'm coming to it with a different mindset, but this feels really personal to have a conference that's focused on resilience. But resilience is so important. It's always important, but it seems particularly pertinent at the moment because so many people are having to be resilient, whether it's because of changes to their workplace, increased pressure, whether it's because of mental health concerns, which is increasing. I myself have lived through depression, and possibly will again. I think it's something that never really properly goes. And many people that I love have mental health concerns as well. And resilience is something that helps keep you well, essentially. Today there's been talk about bouncing back, and I watched a really interesting TED talk about resilience, and it talked about keeping you on the straight and narrow, so helping you bounce back from both the negative things and from the positive things as well. So keeping you, like, the extremes, balancing out those extremes, and keeping you focused on the things that you want to be focused on. And what I wanted to share today was just how wonderful it's been to spend a day at a conference that is a professional development conference, but it is really honouring the fact that everyone there is a human being who has emotions and feelings and struggles and stories and journeys that are not always easy. And it's been so refreshing and so liberating to be in an environment where people can be so open. And I've experienced that myself when I've been at coaching courses and events in that kind of area, but until now I haven't experienced something on this level that has that openness and that honesty and that courage and bravery as what I've seen today. And it's not just from the presenters, it is from the presenters. There have been some fantastic presentations, but it's also a general thing. Everybody, because of that theme and because of the way the conference has been organised, there was a meditation session this morning for an hour and a half as a pre-conference session, where we learnt about mindfulness. We talked about what mindfulness is and what it isn't and how it can be used, and mindfulness in the workplace, and we did some meditation practice and some mindfulness, and it was a great way to start a conference, and I'm really pleased to see the focus of this conference programme. I mean, to be honest, I was really surprised to be invited to deliver a keynote on the topic of imposter syndrome at a library conference. Pleased, delighted, had imposter syndrome feelings, of course. But yeah, I think the fact that these things are being prioritised and are being talked about, not just in the breaks, but actually as a priority of the programme, and it being a theme for the conference, I think is amazing. And it gives me a lot of hope for the future of the library profession and the future of the world of work as a whole. I'm excited about having more honest and open conversations about what's really going on and what things are really like, and I'm really excited about sharing my own story and encouraging others to share their story, and listening and hearing and really hearing what they have to share and what they want to bring, and empowering people to have the confidence to talk about things that they previously might have kept hidden because they were worried that they might not be seen as a professional or they might not be respected. It's really refreshing. I'm loving it, and I'm looking forward to embracing this more. I think I was holding on to the belief that this is something I can't do in my library world. So it's almost like my library background was something that I love, and I'm proud to be a librarian, absolutely, even though it isn't the work that I choose to do. It's still part of my identity, and I'm really proud to identify as a librarian and as part of the profession. But I think I was holding on to some kind of belief that the library world can't handle this honesty, maybe? I don't know. And anyway, it's not true, if that is what I was holding on to. And I think today's been really eye-opening, actually, and it gives me a lot of confidence too. I think it coincides with me being more authentic anyway. So today I was dressed really casually. Well, I mean, I have a sort of blouse, shirt on, and a pair of jeans and a pair of pumps, because that's the sort of clothes that I wear that I'm comfortable in. And it might just be a small thing, and I'll talk about this more in my presentation tomorrow on imposter syndrome. But for me, part of breaking down that and overcoming that and managing my imposter syndrome is to be more authentic. And I think this conference perhaps has been my first opportunity to be truly authentic, because I'm not employed by an organisation. I'm employed by myself, and so I don't feel like I have to sort of go along with an organisational way of being. And I've been self-employed for almost 2 years, so that's not necessarily a new thing, but it's perhaps taken a little while to work out what that means, and I've been on my own personal journey, and always will be, but I feel a lot more conscious of who I am and the way I am and who I want to be and the way I want to be, and coming to a conference with that mindset, and the conference being about resilience and people being really honest and open has just been lovely. I still find it tiring, but I find it much more what's the word? the word that came to mind was enlightening. That might sound a little bit grand, but yeah, it's a great experience, and the connections that can be made in that kind of environment are incredible. I'm already really excited about some of the connections that I've started to make and that I hope to build on tonight, if I get the energy to go out and join the folks who are out at the drinks reception at the moment, and then going out for food and drink later, I think, and connecting with people tomorrow as well. And I think the strength of that connection can be really powerful if people are in an area where they feel they can be themselves, they can be honest, they can be open about things, and that is what this conference is doing, and it's wonderful. I'm really, I feel quite emotional about it actually. I wear this necklace, I probably mentioned it a few times. It says "Spread the Love," and it's a piece of bread and a little bread knife, and that's what I'm all about. I'm about spreading the love, and I felt love today. Yeah, I don't normally feel love in a conference room, but today I did, and it's really special, and I'm going to cherish that, and I want more of that for me and for other people. So what I'm taking from this experience is to think about how to create these environments for more people. I think I do that with my training courses. I did that with my recent leadership residential course. It was very much in line with being ourselves, recognising our strengths, being authentic, being open, being honest, connecting with people. And we can do that at conferences too. It doesn't need to just be focused training courses and workshops. So I'm going to be making a much more conscious effort to be braver about creating those spaces for people to be honest, be brave, be open, to talk, to share their stories, to listen to other people's stories, and to support each other, and to build those connections. And I'm going to be doing a lot of work on that. I will continue to work in that area, and I've been really pleased to have experienced it on a much larger scale than the things that I've done before. Most of my workshops, obviously I'm an individual, most of my workshops are for between 12, if it's quite a hands-on experience, up to normally around 25, no more than that, generally in my sort of workshops and training courses. And now I've seen that you can still foster that sort of environment in a room of, I don't know, there's maybe 100 people at the conference, and that's quite inspiring for me to recognise that that can be done. And I know you've got your Tony Robbins, he does it with 13,000 people, but it's a bit different when you've got people coming into that and particularly choosing that, or you've got people coming to a professional development conference for their work primarily. But I think it's so important because, yeah, you are developing skills to help you in your work directly. You are learning about things, you're learning about tools, you're learning about techniques, you're getting advice and hearing about the things, but you're also learning about yourself, and you're making real, valuable, heart-to-heart connections with people that you meet at these conferences. And it's really, yeah, really exciting. I'm going to mull this over a little bit more, but I just wanted to capture how I'm feeling and how inspired I am, and what this might mean for the future as well. And that's really exciting and liberating, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I don't know if I'll vlog tomorrow. I have my presentation, my keynote presentation, just after lunch, graveyard slot. So we'll see how that goes. I'm looking forward to it. A little bit anxious. It's about imposter syndrome, and of course I have imposter behaviours around that. So I will be nervous, but that's a good thing. I care about these things, and I have ways to deal with that. And one of my ways to deal with that is to accept it and appreciate it and embrace it. So I was already going to be telling my story about how I experience imposter syndrome. I'm not there to be an expert, and it's really nice that other speakers have been equally open and honest about things, and I can kind of follow in their footsteps tomorrow, I guess. I might do a video about how it went and what I talked about, if people are interested. So if there's something in particular that you're interested in, let me know in the comments, or yeah, in the comments, and I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing more videos like this actually, because it's really helpful to talk things through and mull things over and share them. So I'm going to go listen to the sea and get some food and finish preparing my keynotes. I've got another couple of little things to kind of mull over, just to make it mine. The content is mine, but the way that I do things is a little different to how most people do keynote presentations. So I need to kind of just double check my timings and see what I can do in half an hour that makes it a valuable experience for everybody attending, and that also honours the way that I do things, and helps people develop, because that's what I'm all about. Yeah, so thanks very much for listening. Hope you found this of interest. Highly recommend this conference, by the way, in case it's not clear. Like I say, this is my second CILIP Wales Conference, and the one that I went to in 2012, which was on leadership, was equally inspiring for different reasons, but yeah, really good content, and a really nice group of people as well. So if you do ever get the opportunity to attend this conference, I would recommend it if you're in the library sector. Yeah, I hope to see you soon. If you're interested in, most of my videos at the moment are tending to be reviews of beauty products, so if you're interested in that, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And I do sometimes do conference vlogs, although I don't have many events coming up this year, and but I think I may well start doing more of these kind of reflective vlog type videos, because I think it's a helpful way to process things and to share things in addition to my blog posts as well. I'll leave some links in the description below if you're interested in checking out my blog, which is where I normally share reflections on things, and if you'd like to subscribe to my mailing list as well, I send out a monthly newsletter with links to my content, as well as each month I choose a different topic to kind of share some thoughts around for self-development, coaching style questions, that kind of thing. So I'll leave those links in the description box below. Also, let me know what your experience of conferences is, and what conferences you've attended that you've loved, and why, and what is it about them that you've really enjoyed. And if you've ever attended one that has been surprisingly thought-provoking in a personal way, rather than learning about a funky new thing, yeah, let me know your thoughts about this as well. So I'm going to go now, and I will see you again soon. Take care.